We're going 5 ways to the flop, which comes Queen 10 deuce.
What is up, internet? How are you people? It's been a little while since our last poker vlog. What happened was my iPhone 14 Pro, it got destroyed. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So we're at the poker room, taking the advice of a lot of people who left me comments and a few of my friends, and we're buying for a little more than $100. We're buying in for $200 now. Let's get right into the action. Smash that like button and enjoy the video.
Looking down at our first hand dealt to us, it is the Ace-Queen offsuit. This is a straddled pot, so when it's on us, we're going to raise it up. We go to $15. The straddler makes the call. Another 3 people make the call, so we're going 5 ways to a flop. The flop comes 5, 5, 8 with 2 clubs. When it's on me, I draw a c-bet of $25. Try to take it down now, or to the very least, we have a backdoor nut flush draw. Everyone but one person makes the fold. We're going heads up to the turn, which is the 9 of diamonds. The gentleman checks. I see no point in betting right now. I check back, and we hit the miracle ace on the river. I bet 35, and we take it down. Not a bad way to start off the session. Okay, you guys are going to hate me for this one, but a few hands later, we look again down at Ace-Queen offsuit. I, of course, make it $15 to go, and a player who limped in earlier raises to 65. Being one of the first few hands I've gotten at this table, I don't know how these players are playing. To me, it's not worth throwing in $65 right now when I don't really have a feel on how these players are playing today. So I let this one go. I want to know your guys' opinion. Am I supposed to call here? $65 with an offsuit ace-queen? I don't know. I feel like that's a waste of money, but tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? So in this hand, I finally look down at a pocket pair, so I call the $15. Something to note here is that almost every hand is a straddle at this table. The flop comes Jack, 5, 7 rainbow. Obviously, I don't think betting here makes a whole lot of sense. I don't think anybody's got top pair, but at the same time, betting and getting called by top pair would be weird. So I check it, a player bets 15 again, and we toss in the call. The turn comes in 8. When the player bets $40, I have a lot of outs here. Any 6 or 10 gives me a straight. A 9 obviously gives me a set. And that's if we're already beat right now. I honestly don't think anybody has a jack here, so I toss in the 40. We go to a river, which is a total brick. I check it. Gentleman checks back. Unfortunately, he flips over ace-jack. He had top pair. He had us basically the whole way through. We picked up some decent outs on the turn, but we couldn't get there on the river. So in this hand, we look down at 7, 10 of diamonds. We call for the $5 straddle, knowing very well that someone most likely is going to raise this hand. The player makes it 15, so we're going 5 ways to the flop, and it comes 8, 9, 4 with 2 diamonds. So we flop a straight flush draw here. A player bets $30. When it's on me, I don't think there's really anything else to do except call here. I think it's dumb to raise, and we're definitely not folding this one. We go heads up to the turn. The turn comes the 5 of diamonds, so we now have our flush. When the player checks it to me, I don't see no point of slow playing this. If an extra diamond comes on the river, we're going to be kind of sickened, so I draw a bet of $57, and he mucks. We take it down. In this hand, I look down at pocket 10s, and I call the $5 straddle. Something to note here, again, is that this table always has a straddle. Very rarely are we seeing a flop for $5. So I call in the $5 knowing that someone's going to be raising. The original straddler makes it $10 to go, so I make the call, and several other people as well. We're going 5 ways to the flop, which comes Queen 10 deuce. So a player checks, and the original straddler makes it $35. So I grab my cards to pretend to look for a spade, but we all know what we have here. After a little Hollywooding, I throw in the call. We're going to the turn, which comes the ace of spades. So now the front door flush comes in. Not really the best card, but of course we're not going anywhere. It's on the straddler, and he makes it 45 to go. We toss in the call, hoping that either he doesn't have a flush or the board pairs on the river. The river comes the ace of clubs, probably the best card in the deck as long as our opponent doesn't have pocket aces or ace queen or ace 10, ace deuce. Unfortunately for me, when it's on him, he shuts down and he checks. So when it's on me, I bet $83. He only had like 150, 140 left in his stack, so I thought maybe an all-in wouldn't get through. So I draw out my bet, and he thinks about it for a little while. I see him assembling his chips, and he tosses in the call. I flip over my pocket tens, and we're taking this one now. Very nice pot. In this hand on the big blind, I look down at ace 4 offsuit. When it's on me, I already had the $5 out, so I call. We're going 5 ways to the flop. I check dark immediately.
I checked.
The board comes ace 7 3. When it gets to the original straddler, he makes it 15 to go. I toss in the call. We got top pair. We got some backdoor outs. We go 3 ways to the turn, which comes the 5 of spades. I check again. Mid position player checks, and the button makes it 25 to go. I toss in the call. Mid position gets out of the way. We're going to the river, which comes the deuce of clubs. We basically have the nuts here. When it's on me, I don't think checking it here is a good idea. I don't want it to get checked back. I draw out a bet of $100. I either have the nuts here or absolutely nothing. I'm hoping that he flopped top pair, maybe even a set, but unfortunately, he makes the laydown.
Call 5, call 5, next capacity. Raise, go 15. Like
So after calling the $5 straddle, and it's getting raised to 15, we look down again at our cards. We got queen 10 offsuit. I think it's worth taking a gamble here. I toss in the extra $10, and we go a few ways to the flop. And the flop comes queen 10 ace. It gets checked to me. I immediately check back. Being up against King Jack is very possible right now, especially if he's got spades or something. Don't want to bet right now, but I'm definitely in the calling mode. When the original pre-flop better makes it $40, I toss in the call, and we're going to a turn which comes a deuce. I check, and he immediately checks back, which means that we'll probably have the best hand here. Until the river comes, which is another deuce. Our two pair basically gets like counterfeited, I guess you could say. His ace now has a better two pair. There's no sense of betting here. His better two pair is going to take this one.
12 line, 5 of play. 10 now, live. That is 12. Calls, folds.
Check.
Checks. Check. If I just shove all in for 6.
It's like 10 seconds left in a round. The guy gets it.
Hands down. Too much. 1986. The base movement in Miami, so much stuff we did. Get your signature. Remember that? Yeah. Right here, the MC Shy D record.
Yes,
Remember?
I was just finna ask them.
I don't know why they're showing Trenier here in Pitbull.
But doesn't he own a piece of that Raging Cajun? Or what is it, Raging Canes? Something like that?
I got ace king.
I know, I was gonna take strip club.
So in this hand, I look down at ace jack, and spoiler alert, I fold pre-flop, but I just want to ask you guys, in your opinion, what is the right play here, despite the results that this hand produced? When I raised to $15 pre-flop, and the player to my immediate left re-raises to $35, am I ever supposed to call here? I'm trying to get better as a poker player, and there's a few moves that I really just don't know what to do. So in this example, I toss in the fold, and we get shown ace king, which is a good thing. But It left me thinking, am I really ever supposed to fold there? Do I just call, see a flop? Let me know in the comments.
You know, those guys up into Atlanta.
Feel tall enough, you know.
In this hand, we once again look down at pocket tens. I make it $20 pre-flop, and we get 2 callers. The board comes queen, 5, 7, and I draw out a c-bet of $15, just try to take it down. We get called. On the turn, we see the jack of clubs. When I check it and the player bets $50, I don't really think there's an option here. We're probably beat, so I fold. Let this one go.
Nah, let's get it.
So funny thing just happened. On the way walking out, I just like run into Lexo. Lexo! You're part of my vlog now. He's a poker vlogger that's always playing in the Hard Rock. I always wondered why I never ran into him, and tonight it happened. I was gonna ask him if he needs a video editor. We are out of the Hard Rock. We are in my Yukon. We played a lot of hands tonight. Probably a lot of hands won't make it to the vlog. A lot of them were just me giving away chips for really no reason at all. I really enjoyed tonight's session, especially after what I've been going through the past few days. I just needed a break from life, and I feel like rejuvenated now. So we was into the game for 200, and we're out of the game for 464. Not amazing, not the most greatest profit ever, but to me, someone that doesn't play poker professionally, I play poker like as a game, something to do to get out of the house for a few hours. To more than double my money, and I got out from 10 or 11 p.m. till almost 3 in the morning. Yeah, I had a very good time tonight. As you guys probably seen, I didn't cash out for the whole amount. I still have 200, and the reason I have this is because if I cash out all the money, I'm the kind of person that, like, just without realizing it, go through that money, or my wife will go through it not knowing it's a bankroll, and we always just end up spending the money that I make from the casino. So me having this is to ensure that I have a buy-in to 1-2, and this only used to be half of this. Actually, it only used to be $100 buy-in, but a lot of the comments I've been getting, a lot of advice from people that I've been like discussing hands with and stuff like that, everyone's number one thing that they say to me is that I need to buy in more. $100 is not enough for me to buy in with, to play the way that I want to play, to their words, like the suited connectors, things of that nature. So I doubled that amount. I've been buying in for 200. I don't usually buy in for 200, but I created this vlogging channel to try and get better at poker. So that's the goal. I'm taking all the advice I can get to become a better player, and hopefully by entertaining you guys and you guys giving me feedback, we have a nice even exchange. I get better at poker and you guys get better vlogs. Seeing people that you watch on YouTube for so long, like you spent so many hours watching their videos, to see them in person is so weird. It's like I can't get used to it. But it was cool running into him. He was nice. He wasn't like an asshole or nothing like that. Gave me a fist bump, told him I was a fan of the channel. He smiled, seemed happy about that. That was cool. Now I'm headed home. It is currently 2:28 a.m. I'll be home at like 3 something. Don't even know. That's gonna be it for this poker vlog, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.